All right, Chirp 3. Does accumulating picks actually help the Bruins, or should they target young NHLers instead? Interesting topic that our producer Connor Green brought up recently, that he didn't want a bunch of picks because it takes too long, that he wants young NHLers who have more of a chance to actually contribute earlier on here.
I mean, there's a few ways of looking at that. Depends what the picks are. If they're high enough, is one. Two, it depends who's making the picks, and if it's Don Sweeney, I'm not sure I'm in love with that idea. So, young NHLers, I'd be all for targeting that, but then it's, who you'd have to tell me who you were going for, because if it's like a swap of, a guy who's, a change of scenery guy, if it's a change of scenery guy for a change of scenery guy. Depending on who it is, I might not be in love with that either, because if it doesn't work out and it's a guy who's an RFA, then you got to give a raise to a guy who you just traded for who didn't really work out, unless you just let him walk and then you traded a guy for nothing. If you just let him walk. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I would be inclined to go that route if you could get guys that were change the scenery guys from the top of the draft. Like if I'm trading, like what I said before, if you're trading Freddie for like an Alex Turcotte, like the Kings would never get rid of him now in a million years because he's playing well.
Right.
If it was something like that, or like Zegras or somebody like that had some offensive potential that was taken at the top of the first round. If you could unload one of your shit bags off your team or a guy like that, then I'd be willing to take a chance. But if it's shit bag for shit bag, I would rather just give me a draft pick and let me try to figure something else out.
Yeah, so you'd rather do that than
I
try to.
I don't want to go shit bag for shit bag. I don't.
Right.
I don't want to go, Max Jones for Riley Tufte. I'm not interested in I'm not interested in Trent Frederic for Max Jones type of deals.
Right. So would you take like an Alex Newhook or something like that?
He was higher. He was, higher up in the
16th pick. Yeah, 16th.
He was higher up in the first round. He showed some offensive potential. Like some of these guys, like the John Beaches of the world, the Trent Frederics of the world, they've never scored well at any level. At any level.
Beecher has 9 goals in 89 games.
Yeah, and in college he didn't score then. At the development program, he didn't. He was a checking forward on the development team.
Yeah,
he never scored at any level.
He did.
So, I will trade him away to someone else if you want to give me one of the guys that could score. Yeah, sure, I'm in.
Right.
But I'm not trading John Beecher for, another guy who can't score. I'm not interested in that.
John Beecher has never scored 10 goals in a season.
That's amazing.
He scored
with his, like, it's like trading John Beecher for Danny Paille. Like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not. I have no interest in that at all. None.
His goals at Michigan were 9, 4, and 6.
Yeah. And with the development program, he might have had 12, maybe once.
He might have.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
I doubt it. Because I think that was the the uses and the Turcottes and the
under 17. He had 8 goals in 26 games for the exhibition, and in the USHL games he had 9. Exhibition the next year he had 9. USHL games he had 6.
So he hasn't. So he's never scored 10.
He's never scored 10
since high school.
He's never scored 10 goals in a season. Yeah, but that's like hard to do, isn't it?
But let's take him in the first round because he's fast.
Let's take him in the first round because he's big and fast, and we can make him something he's not. Which you never developed the forward, ever. He had 17. Let's see, he had 12 goals in 30 games at Salisbury School, prep school.
There you go.
He had 12 goals that season. Yeah. So, and he's not had. Yeah, he had 3 goals. He had 4 goals. He had 3 goals in 9 games at Providence. He had 9 goals in 61 games. And he had 4 goals in 17 games at Providence. This year he has 2 goals in 38 games. And he's a minus, whatever he is. What is he right now? No, he's a +2 right now.
Yeah, it was a +2 because that line started out like +10.
Started out
because
+10, yeah.
Kepke and Catholic were scoring goals, and Beecher was
they were.
along for the ride.